Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whatever time it is. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome back to House Flipper 2 with Rash Decision. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave me a like, subscribe, and maybe even a comment to let me know. Enjoy the video. Alright, welcome back to Mod Review Monday. You see on the screen that I have a lovely little mod here that I really wanted to look at. But we're not going to look at this one because for some reason, I can't tell if it's mod.io, maybe the mod itself, or what happened here. It's very frustrating, but it does not load. I've got it subscribed, I've got everything going on for it, but it just doesn't load in my own folder. So, instead, we're actually going to have a look at this one. This was the other one that caught my attention when I was looking through. This one is called Small Grove. It's just a small neighborhood, so I'm guessing. And I've seen a couple of these pop up here recently where instead of just one house, it's actually a property that's made to like a huge size that encompasses actually several buildings. I've seen several of these pop up and it's a really cool idea. And when I saw this one, I just kind of want to give it a look because this is an idea that I've wanted to pursue myself. See if I can do something really cool with it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over here. Gonna smack this here button. It is, I'm not quite sure why it shows up this way. Again, there's been some really weird issues with mod.io working with House Flipper. Maybe one of the devs can explain. I really have no idea. I'm an IT specialist. I am literally what's called a systems integrator, but I've never seen this many weird issues popping up out of something like this. Never had an issue out of SnowRunner. Never once did I ever see an issue out of SnowRunner with this kind of behavior. But anyway, we're going to have a look at this one. It shows up as fifth one here, but it was a Small Grove by Karo Chan. I'm assuming Karo Chan, maybe Karo Chan. Who knows? Either way. Let's go ahead and play. And I'm pretty sure this one is just a property. I don't think there's a job associated with this one, but I still wanted to look at it because, again, this is an idea I've wanted to pursue myself. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, popping up inside again, are we? Okay. All right, so we've got we got a fire. Well, it's supposed to be a fireplace, but it looks like it's not actually a fireplace. I do like that they've given it some extra dimension. What is going on with the lighting here? This is probably not the mod maker's fault. I'm just going to put out there, this is probably something really stupid with like the shading. But anyway, I love these vaulted ceilings. I'm going to go ahead and point out that I do love these vaulted ceilings. Oh, you can't actually get up there. You have to, it's not going to let me crouch. There it goes. I still can't get up there. That's really frustrating. I'm not able to get up there. Ugh. Maybe if you did like a two slant roof, like almost like a barn roof, it would work a little bit better. Probably wouldn't make too much difference with the style that you have going on here. And I love like the side lights and like the transom you have going on with this door. This is something I've always wanted to do, but I've never really had a good opportunity to do it. There will be something coming up. I am already working on at least two buildings. One of them I'm not sure if I'm going to finish right now, but I am working on some mods of my own in my off time, and I do have one planned that is actually going to be a very large house with lots of little features. But we will get to that as we can. For now, I'm looking at this one. This is like a front room or like a foyer. I see you have like a living room in this underneath area, and then of course you have the loft up there. It's just kind of like, it literally is very much just a loft, which is like a little snack table and some game tables I see. But the fact that you can't actually walk up there, really would like it if we could. I'd really like to be able to get up there to have a look around, but that bothers me. Not enough to really take points away for it because it's an easy mistake to make. But there's also like the problem that the stairs are going right in front of the window here, and it looks like the incorrect texture was used on these stairs as well. May want to avoid doing that in the future. particularly because the stairs look like they're just in pieces and it's kind of like glued or fastened together with some kind of adhesive method. That is not safe. That would not pass code under any circumstances. But I love the aesthetic. I have to say, I really like the aesthetic. So let's go ahead and we'll move on into this next room here. Big, huge, open windows. I'm kind of a fan of it. I'm a really, really big fan of this tiered window system you got going on here. Probably could use like a little bit of space in between the windows. Possibly not use quite as much of the rounding. The rounding at the bottom especially makes it look a little bit strange. I would have just gone all the way across with the square windows on the bottom and then use the rounding for like these areas on top where you have plenty of room for it to fully round before it starts into another window. This right here, this transition, it just seems very jarring. It just seems very jarring. Otherwise, I love this idea. Huge, big, open light. Yes, I love it. What is going on with the lighting? What is going on with that light? These lights, those lights, every light. And I did notice the arch right here. It's a very wonderful little arch. Has a very Spanish aesthetic to it. That's something you find in a lot of Spanish structures. Is you'll find like the Adobe style plaster with like the big open arch. You see it a lot in like southern Texas, from what I understand. But I've never been there myself, so I couldn't really tell you. But yes, like this right here, in a lot of Spanish architecture, especially in European Spanish architecture, you'll see that a lot. And you're using arches like absolutely everywhere. It makes everything feel very, very tall, very estate, very. I don't know a better word. Like, yeah, it just feels very stately. Nice big kitchen in here. I'm not quite sure about this whole situation here. You've definitely made the most of the space that you have. I do like that everything is very symmetrical. And not quite fully symmetrical, but symmetrical enough that your eyes will be tricked into thinking it's symmetrical. I still have no idea what's going on with these lights. Ooh, I love this skylight. Oh, you have won the day with this skylight right here. I'm gonna say that right now, especially with like the way that you have the edges of the windows cropping in. That is a wonderful skylight, and I love it. Absolutely, full points for that. Absolutely. Not sure about this though. I feel like you could have done a better chandelier with that skylight. There could have been something much better put there. You know what? Let's actually take a moment and consider what could have gone there. Like, let's take a moment and choose something that really fits this skylight, that really fits the aesthetic that you've gone for here. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to give you credit because there doesn't really seem like much of anything. So let's actually do something a little bit daring. Let's do something a little bit daring here. I'm actually going to take a couple of these. I'm going to change the style. Let's leave the base as like bronze. Let's do the shade as like a gold. Or maybe like a silver even. Like a chrome. There we go. That's going to be a little bit too much. Sandblasted. There we go. Sandblasted. And we're going to take that. I'm actually going to place 3 of these. So let's find our center. There's our center. So I'm going to place 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. And now, it seems like I might need to move those 2 in a little bit here. Go. All right. And now I'm going to change style because these actually have a really cool feature in that you can move them down like this. Let's see. Let's have one hanging down like kind of far. Yeah, like that. We're actually going to move this down as far down as we can go. We're going to leave the brightness all the way up. Let's see. Where's our light switch? What is going on with these lights? I swear it's like this map has like a vendetta against shadows and lights or something. Okay. There we go. That much better fits for like the aesthetic you're trying to create with the skylight, and it fills up that space a little bit better. Although I was still wondering why these lights over here are just not working correctly, but we're gonna move on. Oh, you did fill the fridge. You know what? Full points for that. Anybody who takes the time to fill their fridge is absolutely good in my book. Got this nice little futon and like the radio right here next to the laundry room area. You know, that's actually a cool idea. Have like a little waiting area next to your washer and dryer, so that you don't have to you don't have to like go across the house to get away from them. Kind of just vibe with them for a little bit. Got a side door here. Looks like wow, that's a drop. I guess we wanted this to be up on a hill. Nice big bathroom here in the back. I'm guessing if I go up here, I'm guessing I'm going to find like a bedroom or something, because I wouldn't really want this bathroom to be too far from a bed. Oh, that's a level of extra that I never thought I would see someone actually try to do. But you know what? Here it is. This whole room is like a level of extra that I didn't think I would see. So we got the bathroom here, or I'm sorry, the bathtub here. And of course, this is a lounging tub. This is a full Victorian lounging tub. And, you know, we've got like a couple of like pieces over here, like a piece of art. We have a flower and a vase. We got like some hanging vines, some Virginia creeper, both red and green. And of course, when you're lounging in this tub, you need something to do. And there is, of course, a TV here. Beautiful. I'm so here for that idea. Like, you know, there's a little bit much going on in this bathroom, but I love all of it. Got the vine, or I guess maybe that's just part of a tree just accidentally coming in through that window. It looks like it's supposed to be there actually, so I'm gonna give it points. Maybe it was an accident, but I'm gonna give it. Of course, we have the toilet up on the stand. The only problem I would have with the only problem I've ever had with having toilet up on a stand, I said this before when I talked about the Art Deco houses. If your feet are wet coming out of that shower, yeah, this looks like raw stone. You know what? I'm going to give a little bit of credit where credit's due. It wouldn't be as bad, but you come out of there with some wet feet, or come off of there with some wet feet, and you try to step down onto this slick bit of wood, you are going to bust your ass. 100%. But anyway, right here again, we have a huge, massive glass wall with lots of natural light. The creeper going up the side. There is, you know, I'm going to put it that, oh, wow, I love this bedroom. I love the way, I'm not quite sure about that. I feel like the stairs probably should have come up to the same level as the room, but it is what it is. You know what? It is what it is. But that being said, I do like this little office area you have here. You have like these drawers that look like they're built into the wall, and the desk doesn't quite look built into the wall, but it's close enough to really give an illusion that it's supposed to be that way. And of course, over here, the bedroom. It's just this open bedroom. The only problem I would have with this is if you have like the washer or dryer running, it's going to be really hard to sleep up here. I'm just going to say, I really hope that washer and dryer are like silent models. Because you'd be sitting here and you'd just be listening to the droning sound of while you're trying to sleep, and this is not going to be a good thing. But I will say that I do like the layout of of this house, where it has like all these big, huge, lovely windows. One thing I will say is that you better hire like a butler or a maid or a manservant, somebody to clean these windows for you, because it's going to be a full-time job. Literally every day you're going to have them going up and down these windows, literally every day. That's not quite why windows are so sparse through some house designs. Usually it has to do with structural integrity. But when you have a house that's this large and has interconnections between a few different things, it's very likely that this house would have been built with pylons at the corners of the rooms, kind of just driven way into the ground, and they just stick up like this. So it probably wouldn't be too much of an issue in a house like this necessarily. But structural integrity would be something I would have to call into question for this type of work. But the fact that they are terminated on either side or all the way around, bordered, I should say, it gives it this nice little appeal that looks like they're providing support, even if they really wouldn't. Even if all they're doing is just kind of holding the glass in place, it looks like they would provide support. So I'm going to give it a passing grade. And besides that, I do love this window right here. This one right here has really caught my attention because I do like it. I really do like this window right here. This nice, big, huge window with the creeper vine going right up across it. So let's have a step out here. This is on top of that skylight. I would double pane this personally, just to give it that extra security of. Do you remember the houseboat? How that one had like the raised up area, and then it also had two panes of glass before you got into the inside. There's actually a couple of reasons for that. The first is structural integrity. The second, I should elaborate on that before I go forward. Structural integrity, meaning that the glass wouldn't be holding up anything that's structural. So in this case, we're kind of going to give it a passing grade because we're going to give it some. What do you say? What do you call it? Uh, suspension of disbelief. Uh, these right here probably would not be sufficient to hold up this big block of plaster. There would be quite a few problems with doing it this way. There's ways to do it. Do not get me wrong, there are ways to do it, but they would be either unnecessary or there's just better ways to do it. And the easiest way to do it is the second pane of glass. And now we get to the other part of why we want that second pane of glass, and that has to do with insulation. Because this is a skylight, especially, and because all the heat from the kitchen is going to be rising to the top, it's all going to go right out these windows, either through cracks on the windows or it's going to radiate through the window itself. And that's probably not going to be very good for your power bill, especially if you are trying to warm the place. Like I know, yeah, it's probably a good idea to have, the option of the heat from the stove being able to make its way out, but you have vents for that. There's not really a purpose for them to go out through windows necessarily. And of course, up here we have like the tea set with the cakes and the sweets and that sort of thing. And I do like this. I do love this idea. I do absolutely love this idea. I adore everything about this. But there's definitely an element of fantasy that's been given to this house. Not to say that it's fantastical from a builder's perspective, more than it's fantastical from a practicality perspective. There was definitely a lot of this is a pipe dream, and I know this is a pipe dream, but I'm building it anyway, and I do respect that. Follow your dreams. Absolutely. It's a video game. Who cares? Just because people like me only like to build, like traditional basic houses that you see everywhere on every street. Uh, it's because it's what I'm good at. I like practicality, I like utility, but coming into a house like this that kind of takes those and moves them to the side just a little bit in order to incorporate a lot more beauty into the space that has not only aesthetic beauty, but a beauty in a kind of, how should I say it? Um, wonderfully, wonderfully fantastical way. I can't think of a way to word what I want to say right now, and I do apologize. I'm. I really wish I had the words for this, but there's a quality to this that I can't really quantify at the very, very moment. Only one shutter. Not quite sure about that. Not quite sure about that because this one has two shutters. So I'm guessing this one was meant to have a shutter, but maybe it was like forgotten somewhere. Let's see. Where is there it is. Two. There we go. So there we go. Now we have the shutters on everything. Kind of wish the window was a little bit further that way so the shutter wouldn't fall over the edge like that. But it is what it is. So anyway, moving along. So we have like a lot of variance in height, which I'm a big fan of. I've said before. I don't know how many people watched my. I haven't looked at it in a very long time, but I did an intro video for the Farming Simulator Premium Edition. I'm gonna wait before I go down there because there's a lot to see right here. So this right here is the outside of that big window, and this is like the deck that was right on the outside of that primary area right in there. So we have a swing right here, but I don't know how many people watched my intro video to Premium Edition of Farming Simulator. But one of the first things I said in that video is, will these lights stop it? I'm such a big fan of, that texture is not happy. I'm such a big fan of anything that has like a variance in elevation. And it's mostly because of where I came from, the area that I live in. The area I live in has a lot of variance in elevation. There's a lot of hills, a lot of valleys, lots of big sweeping roads to drive down. When people talk about the back roads, really where I live and the roads that I'm used to are exactly what people are talking about. Those are the back roads. Like, yes, I do work in a city and I have to commute into that city, but it's only about 20 minutes. And a lot of times people don't really understand how much distance out in a rural area that, oh, there is another building here. So we have, that was up there. I'm guessing that was just like the primary building or the big building. I see that there's like a lot of bushes here trying to create foliage and that sort of thing. It's wonderful. But yes, this kind of variance in elevation, this is kind of what I look for. This is what I like in maps like this. This is beautiful, and I can't get enough of this sort of thing. And one of my maps actually does take advantage of variance in elevation like this. I did come down here. It was a nice little picnic table with like some sweets and that kind of thing. You know, this is giving me like some Alice in Wonderland vibes. That's what it's giving me. Like the Mad Hatter and like the Tea Party. Like you come down to like this area right here. Oh, there's like the front entrance. Okay, so this is the front of the property. Well, the house flipper property. And then over here, it looks like there's like a little bakery, cake shop kind of thing. Yeah, giving me a lot of really big, you know, each one of these is placed individually. I'm going to have some mad respect for whoever did this. Because there's a lot of just individually placed items here. But yeah, absolutely. Like, you look at this and, like, I see the lavender in there. All kinds of donuts. Look at this. Got a piece of pie. Got some burritos. Maybe? I'm not quite sure what that is. But I do love this right here as well. The idea of using like the windows as like the display cases. This is brilliant. I love this. I hope you can hear it in my voice, but I have a big smile on my face just going around and looking at this. Like, you know, there's lots of little problems with like the architecture and how things are being done. But there's so much being done right that it doesn't bother me. There's so much here that's being just done correctly. Got the little computer here with the clock on it. Got some storage down underneath. And all this is like custom built right here. And of course we have like the cakes and we have the cupcakes and all kinds of stuff. And here we have like the back room. Got some fridges. Got a whole bunch of ovens. Oh my goodness, look at all those ovens. Having all this area right here that's all glassed in. Yeah, there's a lot here to like. There really is. apologize. My allergies have been not exactly the most friendly. I thought all my life, I think I mentioned in a previous video, I thought all my life I had sinus issues. I'm pretty sure I did, and then like here recently I've just developed an allergy to something that I don't know what is. Got a little garden right here. Look at this! Oh man, this is a cool idea. I'm seeing a lot of things in this one that are just really cool ideas that I do want to try to explore myself. And of course, we're over at the other side of the property, quote-unquote property. Got a vegetable stand here. Nice little convenience store. You know, ever since I first saw like this idea right here, the arch built-in shelves, I've been kind of seeing it more and more, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that anybody's copying anybody else. I don't know who did it first. I mean, I've even copied it, so I can't really say anything. Oh yeah, sliding door for the refrigerator, or cooler, I should say. But I keep seeing it, and that just tells me like how much of a good idea it is. Because everybody thinks it's a good idea. So whoever came up with the first, absolutely, like, crazy good idea. Got a storeroom back here. I'm guessing, oh, it's a sliding door. I wasn't expecting that. Got a little bathroom for employees. Got some stairs going up. Oh, there's no roof. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deduct points on this one. At least for this building, I would put a roof over this area because if it ever rained, it would all just wash right down here and collect in the floor here and in the bathroom. And then because that toilet is floating, there would be like zero place for it to go, and it would just flood and just continue to flood. Oh, just using a whole bunch of candles inside of the ground underneath the wood. You know what? That's pretty clever. That is pretty actually clever. But yeah, it definitely has like a very fantastical, like a more of a fantasy feel as opposed to like a sci-fi or other genre. Oh, I didn't look in here. I didn't look in here. Okay, so it's just in the bathroom. But the fact that it comes in from outside, that's so weird. It would be better just move this over and just put it inside. Having a bathroom outside would be very impractical for the employees, especially if somebody was coming up here and they were like in the store and they're in the store because they're trying to get out of the rain, but then they had to go back out into the rain to get into the bathroom. That's a little bit weird. Like I know there are gas stations that have the bathroom separate of like the main area. But a large part of that has to do with an old style of thinking that doesn't really exist anymore. This thing over here, the bakery, everything about the bakery, I am super in love with. I actually didn't go over to this side of the bakery. Got some steps going up into like, a little eating area. Okay, so it's like a seating area for patrons. And of course have the bathroom here. Okay, that's weird. This is awesome. This is actually kind of awesome. I'm not quite sure about having it behind the toilet, though. I would have had it stop, like, right above the toilet. Realistically, even this is kind of weird to have attached there because it's like, there's no plumbing. There is no plumbing reaching that toilet, period, end of story. And then, of course, you have the big open windows over here. Yeah, this was definitely someone's pet project for... just kind of like, what if I had just unlimited money to just build my dream property? Or maybe there's like a couple of different people, because I've seen a couple of different styles, and it doesn't seem like the same person built all three of these. And of course, the sun is now coming up because I've taken way too damn long. Yeah, about 30 minutes in. So yeah, I'm probably going to cut it off here. Where was the front again? It was right here, wasn't it? Yes, this is it. This is it. So yeah, that's going to be it. That's the Small Grove neighborhood. I think it was also called the fifth one, which tells me it's probably like the fifth iteration of this release. But absolutely, come in, have a look around. There's a lot of really, really cool ideas here that I'm absolutely going to be taking for myself. And of course, this nice little path that leads up to the main building up there and all the foliage, absolutely worth your time to come have a look at. Uh, Very much kudos to the creators. There's some things that could be done a little bit differently, but I don't think there's enough there to really warrant a bad reaction to this map, entirely because there's so many cool ideas here. There's some cool architecture, there's some cool, really everything. But anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.